Hi, it's Melissa at Messy Missy Creates. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm going to make my January journal. I figured, why not, right? It is actually very late on New Year's Eve, and I thought I would bring this to you so that you would have it hopefully by the morning of New Year's. I'm looking at my paper options for my cover. And then I don't know how far we'll get, if we'll get the whole thing made or if this will end up being a two-parter. But I kind of have my cover picked out, sort of. But I kind of did something, I was doing something, I just went and looked at my January journal from this year, from 2023. And this was the 1 month that I did it differently. The rest of the months, I'm not going to pull out all of them, but if you've been following me or you might be new here, the rest of the months have been out of my Triscuit boxes. They start like this and then end up like this or something similar to this. I think this was August, maybe. Anyway, yeah, I think that was August. And this one I made it with you, so it's from January 2023, and I made it out of, I think, a Life cereal box. The reason why I did it this way was because, it's close to the same size. I cut it down, but I had made my spine a lot thicker because I did 2 signatures and then I did a third because I was doing Junk Journal January. Man, that's a mouthful. And I didn't get very far with it, but I thought I would do it junk journal style. And anyway, I got sidetracked and was actually I was enjoying looking at my January journal. And I never flipped any of these from this year for you, so I'm going to try to do that. But I really found myself enjoying looking back at some of the things that I did in here. And anyway, it was fun just looking back and looking at my accomplishments, looking at the way I was journaling. This is back from my PT and some PT goals I was hitting when I first started volunteering at the clinic. Anyway, this was really fun. Strive was my word for the year. I don't have one picked out for this year yet. But anyway, I don't think that I really needed the 2 signatures because the rest of them for the rest of the year have just been a single signature and they've been doing fine. And so I'm going to stick to that. I would like for all of my journals to be the same size this year. I still would like to try Junk Journal January. I haven't printed out the new, it's from Meg Journals. And I don't know. I haven't printed out the new one. Haven't decided if I'm just going to incorporate it into my regular pages or whatever. But anyway, enough of that. But I just thought I do need to go back and flip these because I really was enjoying looking at some of these. So, and you can see I haven't finished it. So, I think I had gotten sick part of the way through the month. And there's a lot of them I haven't finished. But anyway, let me, before we cut this up, I still don't have my paper that I normally use. I realized that today, my paper from the inside of my journals. So, I'm going to be using scrapbook paper again. So, anyway, let me show you what I had picked out for, and it's a toss-up between 2. They're very similar. This is out of a paper studio from Hobby Lobby. It's the Farmhouse. And it looks like one of those, what do you call those rugs that's like a cable, no, not a cable knit. Can't think of what you call them. But anyway, so I like that. I hope you're getting a good shot of that. And this is out of a Michael's Recollections paper pad, Seasonal Moments. It's not my favorite paper pad. I've struggled using it, and I've talked about that in a video before. I think in the fall, when I was debating on which pumpkins I was going to use. Some of these are hard for me to figure out how to use because they're real pictures. They're not just, I mean, that's a gorgeous door, but if you cut it in half, then it becomes a gorgeous half of a door. So I've struggled how to use some of these. Some of you had some good ideas. Anyway, this looks like a pile of sweaters. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. January just is like warm, cozy. Well, it's cool, you know. Cool and cozy. You want to be warm and cozy. So I'm really struggling which one of these I want to use. I'm leaning towards this one, even though I was determined to use that one. But I kind of am liking this one. So I'm going to tear this out. And so I can get these paper pads off my desk. And I don't think there's anything else in that one I would use. This one has, let's see. Oh, I have a different backdrop. I went back to my calendar because I did not have my, this is January 2024. I didn't have my calendar hung up, and I'm lost without my calendar. So anyway, this one is, I haven't ruled this out, but you can tell me what you think. Because I was thinking about something like this for the inside cover. Now, obviously, because it belongs to this paper pad, it matches this one a little bit better than it does this one. But I don't think that's going to make that much of a difference because, I mean, is that not going to make a really cool, oh, you know what? Oh, that's going to make me sad. I'm going to have to cut off part of that. So I either lose this kind of teal color or I lose the bottom. So, let me measure that because that might make a difference in my decision. Let's see, my journals end up being, oh, hold that thought. This is one I've already got cut down, just in case I decided to use it. They end up being about 9 1/4. Well, heck, I can just do this and look. So if I start from the top and cut off the bottom, then I'm only losing one. I'm only losing this white, this white right here. And like part of this blue and white. So that way I get, it's going to look like that. So I think that's pretty cool. What do you think? That's what it's going to look like. I hope you can see. Yeah, I think you can. That gives me kind of that teal blue and this more royal blue or whatever it is, cobalt blue. And I think this will look fine. If not, then I can use this one. And I'd have I'd probably cut this top. Let me see. I'm not sure what else I would use this for, but I love this farmhouse paper pad. I love all the colors in it. A lot of muted tones, which I like. So I would either have that part right there, or I'd have, let me see if you can, without getting my whole arm in the, or I'd have this part right here. I think I'm leaning towards the sweaters, like the pile of sweaters. So I would use this for the inside cover. Or there's one more. But I think, yeah, this is black and white. I don't think I would choose that. When I wasn't in good lighting earlier, I thought that was navy and white. Or kind of off-white. It just has some other cotton and wood plank. I don't think I'm going to use any of this for the inside pages. There might have been one. Yeah, some of this is black and white. Some of it's blue and white. I mean, I could use this for a page inside. I could definitely use that. So we'll come back to that when we get to the inside part, but for now I just wanted to pick the cover and the inside cover. So, I know you can't answer me right now. Ooh, 10 minutes in, I have just been blabbering. I was gonna do start to finish, like cut down the box and everything. I still think I will. And I might only get as far as the cover in this one. Let me cut this down. I'm gonna bring out my big, pardon me, while I get my big, this is my big Fiskars, it's a rotary cutter, I think they call that. It's a real heavy duty one. This is just a family size Triscuit box. I start by cutting down the tabs, like the top flaps. And I mainly just cut right there on that line that's already given, where the natural fold in the box was. And this big heavy duty one lets me cut it without opening it up. So if you haven't gotten one of those, they're definitely worth the money. You know, you can obviously do that with scissors. Now, sometimes I keep these and I use them for tabs in my journal. So I usually keep those to the side. I have a whole box of them. I forget to use them. Let's see. Now, I just need to open it up. I find where the little tab is. You can cut down this side or you can open it up like this. Well, I try not to do that because I don't want to, you know, peel it back. And let's see. And then I can see my little 6.5. And I try to make my cover 6.5 by 6.5 or 6 1/4. 6 1/4 works better. If I can find that this little mark right here. So I'm just lining up the natural. I use one of the, you know, where the crease is already in the box. Oh, I like to pull it, not push it. But I was already, there we go. Okay, so now this front cover is 6 1/4. Now I can give myself, I think I'm gonna, because I'm using cardstock again, I think I'm gonna give myself a 1/2 inch spine. So that means I want 6 3/4 from this line, because I went 6 1/4 plus 1/2 inch makes it 6 3/4 right there. I think you can see that. So that's what I'm going to cut here. And I'm done with the big cutter. See if I can put it out of my way. Then I need to bring in my big scoring, my dirty big scoring tool. If you've seen me do this before, you know I try to keep this crease to the back side or on the back cover. And if I use thick enough paper, it doesn't really show. If it does, it doesn't bother me that much. Okay, so we see this line is sort of on the 6 1/4, close enough. And then I want to go, all I'm doing is kind of making like a rolling spine. So if I do a couple little, what do you call these things? Score lines. Do a couple score lines. It tells that paper, that cardstock, cardboard, that I want it to bend. I don't necessarily need it to fold, but I want it to bend. So I'm going in, and I want this side to be 6 1/4 too. So this is going to be my actual bend line. Well, let's get the paper straight. Yeah, I didn't have it straight the first time. I didn't have it squared up in this corner. So this is where we're going to actually fold it or bend it. It's going to be part of the bend in the spine. So we're going to ignore this one altogether. Oh, and see, I leave, when I have nail polish on, I leave nail polish or skid marks. Nail polish skid marks. There we go. All right. So now we have our spine. Hopefully you followed all of that. I want to score that pretty well. Right there. And kind of even, or straight rather. It's not perfectly straight. There we go. I think I got it kind of straight. Okay. So we're done with that. And I've got a little bit of a crackle-lance going on here. All right, so now we have, hopefully, if we did our journal math right, we have approximately 6 1/4, not quite. It's a little over 6. And right at 6 1/4. So I'm not sure how my front cover ended up a little bit shy of 6 1/4, but you're not going to be able to tell that. It might be like a 1/16 off, but I have, let's see, one more cut to make, and I'm just going to use my regular cutter. I know, it's a lot to juggle all these paper cutters, isn't it? So I'm going to cut this right in half. So I'm going to cut it at the 6 inch, mark. Oh, wait. Hold on. I jumped the gun a little bit. Because I want to cut... No, I don't have to. Okay. I was going to cut off what I was going to cut off first. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to cut it right down the middle at 6 inches. So I just cut it in half. And I think I'm done. No, I'm not. Not completely done with cutting, but that will work for the time being, I think. Okay. So now, do I want just kind of the off-white and blue, that color blue? Or do I want this kind of aqua blue in here? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. The other side I can use somewhere else in the journal. Whatever I cut off, I can use in the journal somewhere. I can use them as pockets. I'm kind of liking just this... with this one little bit of blue. I was trying to, I had all of my stuff pulled, meaning my threads and, let's see, here's some embroidery threads. I had out all the grays because I wasn't sure if I was going to want blue or gray. Because see, that would kind of look pretty cool too, just a gray with that. But I also had my blue. Where did it go? I think, bear with me while I look. I just had it. I must have picked it up when I picked up the papers off my desk or something. And I also have, this might help me make my decision, because I think I had already cut this for something. And I think I'm struggling with mixing of the blues. I kind of like this look without that kind of aqua teal. I guess teal is the right word. Yeah, that might be what I end up doing, is cutting this off. So, I still don't know what I just did with my other I had a bag like this with blue, like different shades of blue and blue embroidery thread. Maybe it will surface before I need it. But anyway, okay, so here's where we let the gluing begin. Yeah, that's gonna drive me nuts. I don't know where it went. Oh well. So I have glue sticks and I have stickers on top of my glue sticks. Anybody else do that? They're a great place for stickers. Yeah, see, I just don't think that would look right. I think that's gonna look better. Don't you? And this is, I guess that's why I thought maybe the gray thread would look okay. Anyway, so how are you doing? How was your holiday? How was your Christmas? Hope you're having a great New Year already. Did you do anything fun for New Year's Eve? You probably hear in the background, you might hear fireworks because there's people all around me shooting off fireworks. And oh, this was my other option for, no, don't like that. We can play in ribbon after I get this glued down, but I just was looking at all my options because that's fun. So, yeah, you probably hear, ooh, that got wrinkle. You probably hear all the fireworks in the background. And we have had a great holiday, great Christmas week, whatever you want to call it. We took a little road trip the other day, and kind of an early pre-New Year little road trip. Nothing major, but we just spent the night away, just the two of us. And yeah, it was really nice. Nice just to get away for, even if it's just overnight, sometimes it's just a good little getaway. And I think I missed a spot. If you are new here, I am so happy to have you. And if you're not new here, you have seen this, oh, at least 12 times, if not more than that. And this is not new to you. If you have watched any of my journal making videos, I did, well, you know, there's always a mess up. There we go. Trying not to get my head in the camera, but I'm trying to get it on sort of straight. So I only have to trim off one side. That looks pretty good. There. And that way all I have to do is trim that right there. And that way, rather than cutting that first, that way you don't have to get your paper exactly the right size, because this is like 9 1/4-ish. It's not a perfect 9 1/4. And if I were to have cut it down to the exact size that I needed, then my gluing would have had to have been spot on, you know. Okay, so this gives me, you know, if I want to use it for a pocket or whatever. And then I just repeat the same process for the back. And then I've actually been looking forward to using this. I've kind of had that planned, not all year, but probably since the fall when we were looking through that one paper pad. So, let's see. Let's get the back glued on, and then we can, let's see. We can look at some of the other, because I'm going to have to, you know, go through and pick out papers and things like that. So this might be a little bit longer, meaning might not be able to finish it in one video, which that's okay. And then I still have some Christmas journaling to finish, like Christmas Day. I still haven't journaled that, and I haven't journaled any of the after. Let me see if I can turn this way. That might help me a little bit. That way we both can see. And I don't have to pull it up and start over. There we go. Okay. If I had made, in the past I've made the cover a full 6.5 instead of 6 1/4. And that's fine, although it leaves me a bigger gap here. And if you've seen me, I use that fabric tape over my spine so that this covers better. It's not as wide of a gap. You'll see in just a minute what I'm talking about. Ooh, and I got a glue strip right there. Oop, I've got flyaway. All right. Oh, one thing I was paying attention to, that's got glue on it too. Alrighty. So now I have this little bit of a spine, which will be easy to cover. And, it'll reinforce it as well. What was I going to show you? Oh, I was going to go back in this journal for a second and show you one of the things I did in this. I did a side pocket, and I like that. You can see a bunch of stuff I didn't put in my journal, but I kind of like that side pocket. And yeah, I mean, this was a great journal, but I don't need it to be that wide, and it doesn't feel as good in my hand as this does. So definitely by February of that year, of 2023, I found what I really liked. And all right, so now I need some inside papers. So back to, and this way I only use 2 sheets. I use 2 full sheets for my cup, the inside and the outside covers. So I use 1 full for each. This kind of looked a little Nordic to me, maybe. Does that make sense? Am I using the right word? Also, if I made it exactly 12 inches for one, that would not have given me any spine. But if you glue your paper straight over your spine like that, you have to allow that like overnight to dry before you fold it, or it creases and buckles and I don't know. Anyway, so there is a method to my madness, and I have found this is the quickest journal, and it doesn't take me long to make it. It doesn't take, there's no like long gluing times or anything like that. So here's where I do have to make sure I don't have glue, because my cover is going to be face down. Oh, I forgot to cut my, yep, I had one more cut to make. Okay, hold on, decision time. Do we want it this way, or do we want it lengthwise? Does this matter to me? I'm leaning towards across, like horizontal. Oh dear, decisions. I think I like it horizontal. So we'll go with that. I thought I was done with decisions and cutting, and there we go. I had just replaced the blade on this, and it's so smooth. Alrighty. So this part is pretty quick. It's just, you know, little glue, little paper. All right, now I've got myself turned around here. Okay, this is my, I can't, I have to glue from the right. Anyway. I usually put washi to fill some of this gap, so I'll have to pick that out. I have not gone through and updated my washi bucket or anything like that. This is the first thing towards January that I'm doing. And that glue stick is almost out. I'm gonna turn it this way. And I can't, it's not really directional at this point as far as front and back cover. Other than I try to keep that crease on the back cover. But I think with 2 pieces of cardstock, you know, with the inside cover and the outside cover, I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about that. There they are. I was like, what did I do with my scissors? So we have those we can use, and let's see if I'm just feeling for any glue. Yeah, I got a little glue on that front. Oh, it was just right here. That's why. I love this. Yep, I'm really gonna like that. And then the inside back cover. And I was really hoping that my blue thread would surface. I mean, I just had it. I'm thinking that when I picked up the stuff, because I had everything, I was just piling it on my desk right here. And I was thinking that maybe when I picked up the pile of papers to clear my desk, that maybe I had, you know how you pick something up and it's kind of stuck to the underneath. So I will look again in just a minute. But for now, get this on here and let it be drying a little bit. Doesn't, like I said, doesn't have to dry a lot because you're not folding anything. Now, see, like right here, I can feel with my finger, I can feel that there is a crease right there, but you can't see it. I don't think, can you? I do not think so. You know, I did not do that. See, look, here I go getting nail polish. Nail polish skid marks on my cover of inside cover of my journal, darn it. Okay. Haven't had my nails painted in a while, so I just did those for Christmas, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can feel it right here. That's the back cover. This is the front. And now I have this. This is my, oh, I need to get some more of this. My tape. Oop, fireworks. Are they shooting off fireworks where you are too? I think it is 11 p.m. So I was hoping to be done with this by, well, I'm going to be done with this segment of the video anyway, whether I'm done with the journal or not. In time to, I think we're going to go outside and see if we can see any of the fireworks. Now, I put this little plastic mat under here so that I can, because this is paper, I try to start it like on a non-stick surface. And all that little extra glue that I had right there, it will be fine. Okay, so I just stick it right here. And this is my attempt at getting it sort of straight. Straight-ish. And I only fold over just a little bit. Okay. That's not horrible. Not horrible. Here we go. Got a little, I don't know what that was. Anyway, I just fold over just a little bit, just so it protects the, you know, those edges right there. Because those will be like journal corners. So, ta-da, there we go. We have a journal cover. And, you know, again, I think I'm going to try to get some color, actual bookbinding tape. This is just that athletic tape. It's fabric tape. You can find it like at Walmart, like in the Band-Aid or split, like, you know how the aisle where they have like ace bandages and Band-Aids and things like that. It's just fabric tape, but I think they also have it at Dollar Tree, or they have had it. So what do we think about this? I thought I had wider, what is this called? Rick Rack? I think I like that. It's kind of growing on me. I think so. And for here, I don't worry about this. It shows a little bit, but by the time I put, you know, I did not pick out washi tape for this. Oh, look, it stuck. What do you know? I'm going to go ahead and trim this, because I think I have decided to use that for sure. I don't even have glue on that, and it's sticking pretty well. Let's go through some. We've got a few minutes. I'm going to, I could go ahead and glue that down, couldn't I? I usually do that after I bind it, just so that I don't, yeah. Let me hold off on that. Okay, so I'm going to set that to the side. And this is kind of what I have so far for my inside pages. Oh, I really liked last month's journal. I liked having my fold-ups, my pockets, and my top tuck spots. And this is all of the scrapbook paper that I have. Most of it's paper, not cardstock. So it won't be too thick. Anything with snowmen, snowflakes. But this is all that I could find. So I have this page. And this page. And I think I have 2 of these. Yeah, so what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not really the colors that I want to use. This one's not bad. I'm not real fond of this is more of a Christmas. I'm done with Christmas colors at this point. Yeah, so I'm going to take those and put those up. Yeah, I'll find that paper pad that goes to. This is not bad. This is just kind of an aqua color. So I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages picked out. I think I need 16. Now I have some, these are just 8.5 by 11, so they're gonna be, they would be a little bit too small. No, they would be smaller. I'm not ready. I don't think I really want different size pages. So I will just plan. This is what I used for my cover last year. I think that's what I cut it off of. And then I have this gray snowflake. So I'll just plan on using those inside the journal somewhere. So I'm going to set those to the side. And I have some other paper pads. Oh, if you haven't seen, I think I showed them to you in my last video. These are my printables for January. This is the days. There's 4 weeks on this one sheet. If you can see that, it's kind of a blue and white and aqua collage background. And then these are the numbers. They're roughly 2.5 to 3 inches, depending on the number. So they're kind of large. And I go through 31, and then I have 2024. I have some snowflakes and New Year's Day and January. So that's all. I didn't do a bunch of clip art on these because that was already 5 sheets. And Etsy, they're on my Etsy shop, Messy Missy Creates. I'll link it in the description. Now these are not winter papers. These are just, it says everyday paper. I got these from Dollar General. They were not, it was just cheap paper. Now, none of this is what I really, this is more spring. Actually, there's some that I'll probably use for February. This one I could use if I needed to. It's kind of in the green. I'm trying to stay in the blue and gray and teal or aqua. Not quite that springy. Yeah, I don't think this one had any that I liked. This wasn't bad. This kind of looks wintry to me a little bit. If I need one more, I'll take that one. It's but I think that was the only one out of there. This one I think had a couple. I haven't untaped this yet, so not looking at ice cream. These are more summery. Spring. I love that one with the books on it. That's going to make a cute journal cover for a month. Okay, this wasn't bad. I know it's stars. Oh, no, never mind. It goes all the way up. It's kind of rainbow colors. So I don't think I'll save that for summer. I was thinking there was one. This one I would use if I need it. And that might have been it. So if I need this navy, so that's 2 pages if I need it. This is a piece of a pad that somebody gave me. It's not my favorite. Just trying to use my stuff, right? Kind of has like a southwestern, maybe southwest feeling. I don't know. There's some pretty papers in here. I thought I had already looked through these. I thought they each had one. This wouldn't be horrible. There's 2 of those. And what else? Okay. Well, how about some clouds? That's got, it's got a, it's not distressed. It's almost like it's got a, it almost looks dirty down that one side, but I think it's supposed to be like antiqued. Some birds. I thought I already looked through. This is not horrible. I don't have any more winter paper. So I was not planning on having to do that. This would not be bad. Let me go ahead and take this. I can't remember where I got this paper pad. This is not wintry either, but it's not summery. So, to me, okay, this one I can use. I thought that I had found, there's another one of those. Now, I've used this. I think I used it in my August journal a couple of years ago. I like that. Oh, this one to me, this is kind of a bokeh. That actually would have made a pretty journal cover. I could use that. Kind of the bokeh light. Isn't that what that's called? That's just like ledger paper or notebook paper. See how it has that, I don't know what you call it. I could use that. It's not, yeah. This is a Maggie Holmes. It's probably one I got at Tuesday Morning a long time ago. This is Paper Studio. I got this clearance for $5. It is not something that I use a lot of, except it has a ton of papers in here. So I thought surely I could find something to use. So that's not too summery. Nope. That says nope. That would be a good one for February to use. Okay. How about some sloths? Do we need some sloths for January? Maybe. And this is just paper, so it's not going to be thick at all. I don't know what my count is up to, but this has so much paper in it. I don't know if you can tell. You can see the bananas. Definitely could use that. It just says Far From Basic. See, what else would you use that for? I'm just not, I mean, I'm not going to make a card with it. I wouldn't want that for a, I don't know. I'm only considering using it for my inside pages because you cover up most of that, right? This would definitely be good for February. How about some tacos? Sprinkles? Sure. Looks like confetti or, okay, I took out 2 of those, which is fine. I really don't have a lot of options that I'm overjoyed with for January. So I'm just kind of using anything that doesn't look too springy or too summery. That says Top Knot. That's cute. So yeah, I'm just looking for anything that doesn't scream spring or summer or some other time of the year. What do you use for January? What when you think of January, what do you think of? Oh, that's gonna be cute for, I have plenty to use for next month. I mean, that wouldn't be out of the question. Happiness is Believing in Unicorns. I could use that. It's in the blue-green family. And this is perfect paper for journal because it's thin. It's not cardstock, so it won't be bulky. I guess I need to do a paper count and see how much. Oh, that's pretty. That says kindness is cool. But, yep. And I'm back to the sloths. So let me see what I still need. This is what I normally use, and I do not have any. I have 3 sheets. So I will definitely be using what I have left. And this is 9 by 6. No, I'm sorry, 9 by 12. When you fold it in half, then it becomes 9 by 6, which is perfect. Okay, so I have those 3 sheets. So 1, 2, 3. Should have done those individually. Here we go. One of them I will use, I'm going to make my calendar, so I'm going to save one of them out and use my calendar. So I only have 2 sheets of those. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I did not mean to take that pizza out. What did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. 6. That is a thicker piece of paper. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 maybe? Did I do that right? Yeah. Look, I picked up all of the things. All of these little pieces. So, I can't imagine how or why my embroidery thread got lost. Alright, so let me count that again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think that's all I need because there's 31 days and you need half of that. So 16 would be 32 pages. So I think that's perfect. So, here we go. Now I just have to figure out in which order I want them and yeah, fold them up and like this one, it's going to matter. So I'm probably just going to cut this one down. I don't want to flip that down. You know what I mean? Actually, I think all of these are going to be like that because none of them are double-sided. Yep, none of them are double-sided. So anyway, all right, I think that is good for right now. So we have the pages that we're using. And we have, whoop, sorry, pardon my arm in the, we have the papers that we're using. We have the journal cover. And I will come back. That just looks so warm and cozy, doesn't it? And I will come back and we will finish assembling it. And I may or may not go ahead and cut my papers down because you don't necessarily have to see that. So, anyway, I'll bring you back for the rest of it. And I hope you're having a wonderful and happy new year. I can't wait to share this new year with you and maybe flip some of my old journals. I'm thinking that in January, I'll flip last January's journal, last February's, that sort of thing. I thought that might be fun since I didn't do it as we went. I thought that might be fun to, you know, to add in there. So hold me accountable to that, right? Remind me that I need to flip last January's journal with you. So I will see you in the next video. You have a great and safe, wonderful, happy new year. And I will see you back very soon. Bye-bye.